Happy Sunday. Oh, my goodness. Forgive my fan here. It's a little stuffy in my room here, which is unusual. It's usually freezing in here, so. So, happy Sunday. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're here to practice and do our duty to ourselves and for the benefit of all other beings. It's a good day. It's a good time because this is the only moment. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to mention it now. I'll probably mention it at the end as well. But this Thursday is the first Thursday of the month. I can't believe it's already September. So the first Thursday of the month, we always have our chant night that has historically gone on at the Nelson Adkins Museum of Art for, I've been leading it for 6-7 years, somewhere in there. But since we're in pandemic mode, we are doing it virtually. So we'll do it through these same channels, however you're connecting with us, via Facebook page. There's a couple of them, as well as Periscope on Twitter and YouTube. These are all live and recorded. So if you happen to be busy, you can go back and participate with it afterwards. So in whatever way it takes and wherever you are. We have so many people who are tuning in now from other places other than Kansas City, which is fantastic. We are all one big Sangha and one big humanity. So the more the merrier, I say. Oh my goodness. It's a good day. So 7:00 p.m. on Thursday, 7:00 p.m. Central Time. Join in and watch and participate. And that is my beautiful dog Aurora in the background. Someone who's probably just walking by on the sidewalk, trying to get their morning walk in, and she yells at them. I'm not sure why, but she's very upset about it on a regular. Oh my goodness. So turn that on and try not to hit the mic directly with it. So good. So before we begin our meditation, remember there's a few things that are important. First is that while we're here, this is all we need to be doing. Focusing, intensifying our concentration on this moment, whatever's going on. You need to check in with yourself before we get started. Just hello, good morning to me. What's going on? What's going on physically? Am I in discomfort, pain, tight, loose? What's going on? Where am I? What is my experience with my emotions and sensations? Am I feeling emotional? Am I feeling agitated? Am I feeling angry? Am I feeling tired or sad? Depressed? Anxious? Check in. What's going on? Because this is our time that we intensify all of our intentions and attention to our experience, our own individual experience. And I'll also note that as you encounter these specifically emotions, that you're not attaching them. In fact, you're detaching those chains that you are blaming someone else for your current emotional reactive state. Remember, this is all your own reaction. So as we shine the light of awareness on that reaction, we can see it for what it is, a human reaction to something that's going on. It's quite normal, but we often get caught in the thrall of that emotion. So breath and energy are super important. So we want to breathe through your nose if you can, breathing in, breathing out. Count of 4 works. Breathe into the count of 4, out to the count of 4. It can be your count of 4, not mine. I have a little tickle. We want to sit upright, straighten the spine so that the lungs can fully expand as you breathe in and out. So we're diaphragmatically breathing. So when we breathe in, belly moves out. And then when we breathe out, we're just releasing. Just pushes it all out on its own. So this is an important breath to cultivate. Let it be your new breath. Many of us are breathing backwards. And that's a longer conversation. And probably one of our fall trainings will be Tibetan breath energy yoga. So with that, I'm ready to begin. Are you? I'm going to ring the bell 3 times, and we let that sound and vibration call us and call our attention to our seat, this moment, and all we are experiencing. We'll begin with the path clearing and wish fulfilling prayer to Padmasambhava, followed by our refuge prayer in Tibetan, and then 3 times in English. Dusam Sangye Guru Rinpoche Nungdrup Kundak Dewa Chen Puja Barche Kunsel Dudu Drak Potsel Sepso Jinji Lap Tu So Chinang Sangwei Barche Jiwadang Sampalunji Drupa Jinji Lob. Precious guide, one with all the Buddhas of the 3 times, blissful presence and source of all spiritual accomplishments, fierce destroyer of illusion who dispels every obstruction, we pray to you for blessing, inspiration, and realization. Please remove all outer, inner, and secret obstacles and spontaneously fulfill our aspirations. Sangye Chodang Soki Choknam La Jongchu bardu dakni kapsuchi dakji jinsoki pei sonamki drola penchi sangye drupar shok. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. The great Yogi Milarepa sang, "My body is the holy mandala itself, wherein resides the Buddhas of all times. With their blessings I'm freed from all needs and attachments. By day and night I offer them up. Happy am I to do without material things, knowing that all beings in the 6 realms of samsara are inherently Buddhas, and all the 3 worlds the self-creating, measureless Trikaya Palace. Whatever I do is the play of the Dharmadhatu, ultimate reality. Whoever I'm with is the Yidam deity. Wherever I stay is the Buddha's abode. Happy am I to forego outer supports and rituals and symbols." I almost forgot a word. Happy am I to forego outer supports, rituals, and symbols. So we'll chant a little this morning and help focus our attention into this moment. It allows us the opportunity as we create sound and vibration, singing or humming or making noise. We want to feel the breath move from our lips. We want to feel the breath move in the body, feel the vibration in our heads, in our chests, as we chant, as we make, create, and receive sound. Let it be your focused attention to explore the sensation of sound as you chant. And we'll chant Om Benzar Sato Hung, which is a Tibetan prayer of purification. Purification down, 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 past all the reactivity, all the reactions, all the emotional and sensational reactions, and just sitting, finally resting in a place that's unaffected by our human reactions. We all have it. Find it and establish your vantage point from there. Om Benzar Sato Hung, 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 Om Benzar Satohung, 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 Breathe, relax, center, smile. Bring everything into the central channel of your consciousness. Everything here and now, spontaneously awake and aware. Allow yourself to settle into your presence. Relax and release all the physical and mental tension. If you want, focus on your inhalation and relax and release on your exhalation. Letting everything just come and go. Letting go of your habitual neurotic tendencies and preoccupations. Noticing your habitual reactions. And if you'd like, label those reactions. Ah, that's irritation. Ah, boredom. Ah, joy. Just let go. Let everything come and go like your breath. Feels like waves coming and going. sometimes gentle, sometimes fierce, but still coming and going. So be at home, be awake and aware right now, right here, on this spot, in this time. There's no more important time than now. Don't squander the opportunity to be fully awake, alive and aware, here and now, where everything matters. So let go and let be. Let truly be. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 May all beings everywhere, with whom we are inseparably interconnected, and who want and need the same as we do, may all be awakened, liberated, healed, fulfilled, and free. May there be peace in this world and throughout all realms of existence, an end to war, violence, poverty, injustice, and oppression. And may we all together complete the spiritual journey. I mentioned it last week, but I'm gonna mention it again. That reading that we do at the beginning of this service, which is wisdom written down from the yogi and teacher Milrepa. And he says, "My body is the holy mandala itself, wherein resides the Buddhas of all times. With their blessings, I'm freed from all needs and attachments. By day and night I offer them up. Happy am I to do without material things, knowing that all beings in the 6 realms of samsara are inherently Buddhas, and all the 3 worlds the self-creating self-creating, measureless Trikaya palace. Whatever I do is the play of the Dharmadhatu, which is ultimate reality. Whoever I'm with is the Yidam deity. Wherever I stay is the Buddha's abode. Happy am I to forgo outer supports, rituals, and symbols. So I want you to look around. Look around you. Touch some things if you need to. See, recognize the Buddha's abode. This is where the Buddha lives. This is where the Buddha lives. So I want you to take that in for a moment. I know in other religions, I think it's maybe off-putting to say that we are that which we idolize. If I walked around telling people that I was Jesus, they might follow me, and not because they think I'm a prophet, but to think I might need some help. However, for us to say that we are Buddha is correct. It's not about a guy, Siddhartha Gautama, who lived 25 or 2600 years ago. It's not just about him. Yes, he is represented, as well as many of our historical figures like Milarepa that we put on our altars and we put up on a pedestal as here's an example of an enlightened human being. Not a supernatural being, but an enlightened human being. Just like you. And to understand and know your own enlightenment is to know your own attention, your attentive awareness. Understanding that means when you are paying attention, I can really see and smell and taste, and there's a sensation that I'm taking in this human form, and there's some reactions of discernment. I like it. I don't like it. These are all potentially enlightened qualities. These are awakened qualities. So remember, Buddha means awakened one. Doesn't mean Siddhartha Gautama. Doesn't mean golden guy who sits with his eyes closed. Right? It's you who sits in your house, drives your car, works your job, eats and poops. The Buddha poops, yes. I still think that should be the name of my first book. The Buddha poops. Because it's true. We're not talking about being supernatural presences. We're talking about being awakened presence. And there's each of us has our own internal compass of knowing, what that is. There's a truth in something, and I always hesitate to use that word because it gets kind of mixed up with, some other stuff. But there's a knowingness that is beyond words when we understand. And it's beyond needing to validate it with words or express it to someone else for their continued validation of our experience. You just know when you know. You simply just know when you know. Oh, that's what that is. Not because we've been told that something is a certain way, but because of our own exploration and our own attentive awareness, we see reaction is reaction. Humanness is humanness. And nothing but. So if you think about things like forgiveness and relief of suffering, the expressions of love and compassion and wisdom, these all lie within each of us, without fail. Maybe you're conditioned not to pay attention there, and you are very reactive. Most of us are very reactive. We might be humming along and everything's, this is just what I want, and this is just what I need, and my life is good. And then wham! Change. Something changes, and now I don't have that perfect balance. Oh no. What have I done wrong? What have I done to deserve this? And we look and we try to punish ourselves. What did I do? Maybe it was that bad thing I said. Maybe it was that bad thing I thought. Something from my past. Maybe it's something from a past lifetime. We go all directions trying to validate what could have caused this terrible situation. Well, the fact is, and part of our awakening is to understand that our human reality is change. Every moment, this moment, something's changing. Something's changing. But in an ultimate sense, ultimate reality, Dharmadhatu, things are always as they were, always as they should be, even as the things come apart, things start to age. We have age, sickness, old age, death. All of those changes happen within this relative existence, but they're all part of our ultimate existence that we can't depart from. It's just what we're made of. We can't not be made of what we're made of. And we can't not have come from where we came from. Cause and effect. Our whole relative experience is cause and effect. So there's a little bit of discomfort in that. How do I control it? What do I do with it? How do I escape from it? And that's for you to sit with a bit of what you should do with it. But I'll encourage you to find that vantage point that is unaffected, that foot in the ultimate space of not affected by my human reactions. You can see the human reactions happening through the lens of awareness that says, that's a human reaction. And you can let the judgment go, because we're just human, right? Well, relative form is human. So, in this teaching From Milrepa saying, my body is the holy mandala itself, wherein resides the Buddhas of all times. That means you. You have access to all that awareness and the love, compassion, and wisdom that come from that focused, intensified awareness. Keep letting it open up. Let it have let the windows and doors fly open on your awareness. We practice sitting in a container, in this space. We close our eyes and try to minimize the distractions so that we can learn, relearn, remember how to be awake and how not to be so distracted by each and every thought and emotion, rather than getting mired in our emotions. We can support them with wisdom through the lens of awakened awareness. I am having the experience of fill in the blank. Depression, anxiety, peace, joy, equanimity. I'm having that experience, and I can support that through my awareness. Continued awareness. Don't grasp it. Don't try to clutch onto it or hold onto it or own it just for yourself. Another obstacle. Let it move freely. Sometimes you will feel its presence. You will feel the presence of your calm abiding in your awakened awareness. And other times you will be mired down with emotion or sensation, physical pain that is bringing you only to the focus of your relative physical being. And then sometimes you'll just be able to see both. See both. Because both are always there, our relative experience, springing forth from our ultimate reality. And there's an okayness. Everything is okay. Even though all that stuff's going on, those reactions, even though those reactions seem intense, everything is okay. Yeah. So try feeling, looking for, if you need to, the okayness as you move through your day. When you feel intensely drawn to one thing or another, look for the okayness. I'm not talking about happiness. I'm not talking about anything but just okay. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm recovering from illness, and I'm depressed, and that's okay. I'm anxious, and that's okay. I'm angry, and that's okay. Awareness sanctifies everything. So we shine that continual spotlight of awareness on everything that we're doing. This is focused concentration, meditation, seeing things as they are and letting them come and go. When I talk about this space of vantage point where you can sort of be unaffected and you can see the different reactions happening. I literally think of Winnie the Pooh. I think of in Winnie the Pooh and their energy. I've got Tigger doingy 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 doing over here. Too much energy. I've got Pooh, who's just hungry. I've got Piglet, who's scared. I've got Eeyore, who's depressed. And the Owl, who's wise. And all of these things that are representations of aspects of myself are pretty much the cast of Winnie the Pooh. All the characters in Winnie the Pooh. So I'll give you that for giggle for the day. And maybe you can find that similarly in your experience. But to sit and watch the show of those characters in my experience allows me to just see them as they are and support them and love them in a way that is not so pervasive. I don't have to be Eeyore. I can see Eeyore. Yeah. With that, we'll close today's practice with the 4 dharmas of Gampopa and Longchenpa, the prayer for 10 accomplishments by Lama Surya Das, and our bodhicitta dedication. Bless and empower us that our minds and hearts turn toward the Dharma. Bless and empower us that our Dharma practice becomes the path. Bless and empower us that the path truly dispels confusion. Bless and empower us that that confusion itself dawns as primordial awareness. Rigpa. May we realize true sincerity and integrity, inner purity of mind, dispassionate equanimity toward all we see, right understanding of this dreamlike world and the next, loving compassion toward others and the genuine intention to be helpful in alleviating suffering and confusion. May we directly perceive the truths of impermanence, mortality, and interconnectedness. Relinquish wandering thoughts and rampant desires. Accomplish freedom of mind and clarity of spirit. Remember with gratitude those who have gone before and shown the way, and vow to reach together full and complete enlightenment. Jangchup Semcho Rinpoche Makye Panam Ke Gyurchik Ke Panyam Parme Payam Gongne Gongdu Perwar Shok. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. Body, speech, and mind, Om Ahum, for the benefit of all beings without exception. Don't forget, this Thursday at 7 p.m. is our monthly chanting. I am imagining and envisioning that the time that we'll be back in the beautiful Chinese temple at the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art. But until then, we'll do it right here. And keep practicing. Keep showing up to our attentive awareness. As always, these teachings and our daily offerings are offered for free. But if you feel compelled, think about donating at kansascitybuddhistcenter.com. And I will see you back here at 2:30 Central tomorrow for our daily meditations, and on Thursday for chant night. And remember, if you can't make it when they're live, they are also recorded. So stream at will. And I will see you soon, my friends. Have a great